Gentlemen, congratulations for kicking some serious gentlemanly etiquette ass lately. I know I can't take all of the credit, but hopefully this How to Be a Gentleman video series has helped. If you missed any of the other topics or videos, they're all listed and linked in the description. Now, we've already talked about and discussed how to communicate like a gentleman, but communication encompasses a lot more than just face-to-face business like we're doing right now, right? It also entails all of the technological communication that you're doing. And so today we're talking about how to email like a gentleman. Alright, so to start this video off, there are two words that they're archaic, but have you ever heard of the term grammar and punctuation? You have. Well, that's amazing, because apparently we as a society have decided that they're kind of irrelevant and we really don't need to use them. Now, I get it, right? Due to the sheer volume of communicating that we're doing with our cell phones along with our computers, right? It's no wonder that we've sort of let it slide a little bit. And when you're dealing with friends and family that love you, right, it's okay to avoid the formality of proper communication in terms of grammar, punctuation, capitalization, and all that good stuff. But when you need to, it's important to be able to flip the switch if you need to send an email for business or for something other than just personal pleasure. You know how crazy competitive it is out there, right? And the only thing sometimes that separates us from our competition is a simple email. And so basic email etiquette is critical to your success. Gentlemen, let's talk email. A gentleman knows his audience, meaning all emails were not created equal. One that you send to your mama talking about what you want for your birthday, I don't know why I get ghetto when I say mama, but I do. And something that you send to a boss or a potential employer or a coworker needs to be totally different. And you need to understand that, all right? The person who's receiving the email is really going to dictate the quality of the email that you're sending. Bringing us to the next gentlemanly tip, which is a gentleman doesn't mix professional and personal emails. He keeps the emails separate, all right? And when I'm talking separate, I'm talking stratospheres apart, right? There is no excuse not to be able to manage multiple email accounts. A gentleman knows that it's super easy to set up multiple email accounts, manage multiple email accounts, and successfully navigate the potential issues that come along with trying to manage it all out of one account. A gentleman keeps the emails short and sweet, not to mention concise. There is nothing like getting a long email to make the eyes glaze over and to get deleted. Am I right or am I right? Exactly. Right? A gentleman knows, yo, time is money. So he keeps it short, sweet, and to the point. A gentleman also doesn't send bricks or blocks of text. He separates into paragraphs, spaces. It's nicer. If you want to increase the likelihood that somebody's actually going to read your email, don't send them one big chunk of text. A gentleman has a clear and direct subject line. A gentleman uses real words, not abbreviations or emoticons. Come to think of it, a gentleman never uses emoticons or winky faces. Not in professional emails anyway. A gentleman doesn't use all caps when he types an email. It sounds like you're yelling at him. Also, take it easy on the exclamation points. Unless you are yelling, and then capitalize away. A gentleman uses BCC, blind carbon copy, instead of just regular CC. The reason, it protects recipients' anonymity. That's easy for me to say. Anonymity and personal email addresses. A gentleman creates and uses a signature on his emails, both the ones that he sends from his computer, but also his phone. A gentleman proofreads each and every email if it's important prior to sending. And last but certainly not least, a gentleman responds to emails in a reasonable fashion. Now the question is, what is reasonable? In today's society, we want everything like yesterday. So you send an email and you expect a response in like 10 seconds. If you don't get it, you're like, yo, they're blowing me off. Did they get it? I better send it again. Hold on. 48 hours, 2 days. Give it 2 days before following up, you eager beaver. A gentleman can hold his horses, for a little bit anyway. Alright guys, that's it. Pretty much the basics of how to send an email and basic email etiquette. I did an entire article, a pretty detailed article on the topic that has a lot more information if you're looking for it. Guys, we are communicating so much. It's great to be able to talk to somebody. It's great to be able to communicate when you're in person, but emails, a lot of times that's the first communication that you're actually sending, and that's just as important as the way that you look and the way that you smell and all your grooming. It's personal presentation, and it's vital to your success. Guys, link below to the article along with all the other gentlemanly topics that I've done.